Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We'll pick it up on the 29th of July 2026. And in this part, what I want to do is fix a few problems which I've noticed is related to our new city. But first, just give you a bit of an update with our tourist area, which we brought online in the last part. And if I show you the economy, you can see we're doing pretty well here. We're actually making 5 million from Soviet tourists, and we're also making 2 million from Western tourists, and that's all in this area here. So it shows tourism is a pretty profitable thing to do once you get up and running. Now, another update is that I've just been looking around the map looking for my problems. My livestock area is getting pretty close, but what I realized is I didn't actually have a bus platform here to bring the workers into my meat processing plant here. We do have a fair amount of crops here ready to go, and also I haven't yet set up the bus routes to bring my farms online because I'm not sure if all the actual farms have been it says building is about drinking water. I'm not sure I've actually finished. No, we haven't got the workforce in here. I don't. Yes, we have. What's going on here? Just have a quick look. I don't want to get too distracted with this because this is not what I'm. That's this one here. So it looks like we've actually got this working. So, I think what I can do now is start to bring this area online. So we'll just get the water pumping. We're going to need to get staff out to here, but I'll do that off camera because I don't want to get too distracted by that, because I say I want to work on a few problems that I've got. And at the end of the day, there's no point worrying too much about the crops here, because until we've got crops coming into here from one of our other farms, and I can set all those routes up. Now, another problem I actually found, I was thinking about delivering the foodstuffs to my new city here, and I was considering bringing them in up over here, but I thought that might be too risky. So I tried to get this all built into place, but you can see at the moment I've had to put a tunnel under here to come into this area, where I've built a couple of warehouses and a meat store here, because of course we're bringing the meat in from over here, so I don't need trains because we've got a nice little road system that comes down here. So let's just start talking about the problems. Well, it started from the fact I thought, well, what I'm going to do is build this city in a way that they would actually build a modern housing estate or something like that, or a new development. And that is, you put the groundworks and the sewage in place. And I actually looked at the ground here, and it's not particularly that good. And then I realized that over here, where it is, we've got these two alumina processing plants that actually need water, which means they're also going to produce a large amount of polluted water. And I thought, well, this would be a good opportunity to actually put my water treatment plant in, because obviously we're going to be dumping water in this direction. And then I realized that, well, this is going to be a bit more complicated than I thought. So what I've done is I've kind of scooped out this area here using the terrain tools, because what we're going to do is put in, if this will fit, we're going to put a big water treatment plant here like this. Let's put it about, I want it back a little bit, and because what we're going to have is a supply of chemicals coming in from there, I'm hoping that we're going to get a, oh, don't do this to me, game. We can get in and wait. And of course, what that means they're going to have to do is upgrade this road to asphalt. That should get picked up by the helicopter crews. Also, just noticed that I'm just going to do this as a test. Haha. We've got. Why have I got that little gap there? What is that? Dry bulk conveyor. Okay. I think we're going to need to put a footpath in here. Oh, we got a connection there. So I think if I can move down to about there. Get that. Now, the reason I put this here is that these are actually on low ground. If I show you the height, these are on 6.6. This is 5.94. So we don't have a lot of space with respect to connecting to these systems here. We've also got, I think we're okay over here because these are going to need workers as well. So we're going to have to bring in, what I want to do is put all the sewage processing, even from these buildings here, with fresh water as a single unit. I think if I can, we can put in a trap here. If we put in trap there, we're going to have a lot of flow. Whoops, come underground. You should come into there. You come to there. And then what we're going to need up here, just come above ground temporarily. We're going to need I can cheat a little bit here by saving some money with the pipes. Again, we don't need that much here because this is only going to be drinking water. In fact, we could probably get away with a medium pipe here. What we got to do is hook up to. What's that? Okay, this didn't connect. That one. That's better. I think we can go medium from here to there. Let's accept that. That gives me the supply to here from these two factories. And what we can do is mud footpath in to connect this up. Because what I'm trying to do is actually avoid having to use the trucks. Why haven't you got a footpath connection there? That's because I'm building with helicopters, which is potentially dangerous. So I've got that connection there. Now the next thing we've got to do is effectively start to run in what we need to do is do the outfall, actually, come to think of it, because this could be a bit interesting. We've got that there, and of course we don't have the option to actually build, so we've got to find somewhere where it all turns green. This might be a bit better for you, actually. We got some space here. Oh, that went green. Maybe maybe let it go there. Yeah, we got a outfall there. Underground again. And one of the things that gets me with these water treatment plants is we seem to have a lot of outflows. I'm not exactly sure why you would need multiple. We're going to have to put an outflow there from the water treatment plant. In fact, we may need to double it up eventually. because I don't think that pipe there. Why have you been waiting? Why are you waiting too long? Oh, that's because he's... I don't think I can do anything about this. Let me just see if I can get a signal, because no, that won't make any difference. Yeah, these guys are just gonna have to live it and lump it, right? Okay, he's blocking the track. It's not good, so suspend construction, get rid of that train, because he's blocking my delivery route. So we're gonna have to build one of these tunnels and then work on another one. Can't build the two side by side. It's not, to be honest, it's not the end of the world. So we've now got a waste disposal into there. Let me just put this back on again. Now we've got a footpath there. And what's the height of this land here? This is 11.42 meters. This is 11. This is 11.24. This is 5.9. This is 7.89. Of course, over here we've got. That's gonna be a pain, is it? Because he's not going to. He's lower than the. This is 11.38. This is 5.9. I think what we're going to do is create a little depression about here, because again, this factory here, which doesn't actually need water as part of the processes, but it will need water to take away from the workforce. So what was the height you had? Average height here is about 6 point something, 6.7. It's 5.04. Just wondering if I can put a put you in about there, and we can pick from this one to that one. Set you. And then we can put a single small pick up about there, because the ground is dropping. Should we put it about? We put it about there. And again, we're not going to need a massive amount of. And if we can probably put a small one in, because this is only for drinking water. We can put you in there. What that means then is that we've got this area here, and ideally I'd like to bring some of the water in from over there, but I'm not sure that's going to work. I need to put this footpath connection in there. So we got the. What's the height here? This is 14. This is 8, 6.7. 10.3. We're going to have a problem over here. 6.85. 9.6. think if we come here and we oops, zoom in, make a little bit of a depression here. This is 5.1 and this is 5.93. I've gone a little bit too deep. I want to get to about 6. If that's 602. That's 5.94. And this is, yeah, so I think we've got a flow path here. And what I'm going to do is just going to put in another switch in here. And then we're, yeah, big pipe. I think we're just run you directly into there like that. And we're gonna have to, so I'm gonna be able to find it. Just put a small footpath into there. So we're now in a situation where I can run the sewage from our town here into this direction here. Now, I don't want to put in the main network. I just wanted to sort out this disposal situation with respect to my factories. It just leaves this area here. I could do a bit of a cop out because get a water supply over to here. We would have to take the water up. So let's have a look at what our options are. We got these. We can go 15 meters down like that. Just put this on. So we've got a tower here. Okay, we'll just take a look at this. Right, 1.7. This is 4.57. There's going to be no other buildings. I am considering putting some passenger buildings here. We got a cargo over here. Oh, they've actually finished this bridge at last. That's 5.2. That's 3. I think what I'm going to have to do is, I'm not sure if I can get this done. Got no re-excavators out here. I think what we'll do is we're going to put it's actually saying that the height point is there. What would be the height point? 1.7. This is 2.2. I think I'm going to have to come back to this one and actually see what we can do here. The alternative is that because this is actually a capability, what we could do is I could have a change of heart, because we got this area here. Because we got a road that goes to that factory there. So if I put that in, we've got I come into here. What we could do is put this one of these in here, and then get underground. We don't probably run medium pipe to there. And then what that would mean is what we have to do here is put in a distribution office. Just put a standard technical office, put that smack opposite. Got no power here as well. That's something else I'm going to need to think about. I haven't done the power. I don't think I've done the power. Building without power supply. I haven't put in the power in this area either, which is another failure. Yeah, I think it'd be easier just to solve this problem with respect to these buildings here. So we've now got that. Whoops. Now we've got that now working. Just find the extent of the power coverage. Right, we've got power to here. It's saying that there's no power. You've got power there, so where's the substations? Let me just think it's easier just to spot. So we've only got a single substation here, which is supplying this area, which is my construction area. So what we need is a main power line coming in from here. Let me just see. We got a high voltage takeoff here, and that looks very much like we've got 13 megawatts coming into there. This could be a little bit sketchy. I think what we can do is run some power off of here into this area, and then run a second power line through to here. Oh, apologies guys, I've got to keep apologies guys, I'm just recovering from flu, and it's just gone to my nose, and I just kept to keep sneezing. Right, power transformers. I think we could probably get a transformer in there. If we can get it's going to be a pain, isn't it? It flashes green about there. Got that. Okay, it's not going to work. I think it's hooking to the building here. And we're just going to hook you through to there. Set that. Again, all these will be picked up by my helicopter construction crews. We've got power to there, we've got power to there. I'm not sure, I don't think these actually need separate power inputs, but we will need a pretty powerful capability here. Just have a quick look. Right, this one doesn't have power. This doesn't have power either. So we're going to need to put a substation in here. Do you have power? Yeah, you've got power. So if I cover this area here with a substation, I need to cover that battery there. So if I put you in there, mud road. Like that. And, just run a... Have to... Is that the most powerful one we got now? 2.35. That gets you to there. You've got power. The next thing we need to do is put in a substation in here somewhere. So we cover this area. And I think it's going to be quite important not to overload this. In fact, we may need to a double substation. I think I would like that. That one covers. That one covers that one there. So I think if we can just get a one just in there like that. You connected to there. And about like that. You can get rid of that end one. And put you into that one just in case we need a secondary power supply to there. What that should do is cover here. And that just means we now need to put power into here and all the associated buildings here. That covers this. What we'll do is put another one just in there. Put a mud connection there. Now I've got to be a little bit careful here because I don't want to block this area because that's where the possibly our metro underground link is going to be. So if I run this you to there. Building in the way. Oh, we got a little bit of a link there. I can take that out. One out. So we got a link to there. To there. Gonna be a little bit messy. We'll try and keep them together. I'm just going to hook all them in. That gives us power to this area. Then we've got to get power out to there. Now this is quite a big factory, the airport. So I think what we've got through on these substations is probably enough for this area here. So that means we've now got to run power. My instinct is that we've got a substation there. My instinct is to bring, we've got a rail line that can go out to there. Thank you, game. Wow. It's taking longer and longer to actually save the game. I think if I put substation in about here, we can do is run a full 18 megawatts down alongside this road. There. That brings this substation into here, but it's not arrived. So we've now got power into here. And that means we can start putting power into how's the jolly old tunnel going? Because of course at the moment we don't have the tunnel boring machines, or which won't come out until the next update drops. I mean, I think I'm not going to run the lower substations into here. I mean, actually, I think what I will do is I'm going to break the power line. Let me just cancel this. Demolish. What I'm going to do is put a switch in here. Like that. Then I think that would work. Do a run, then we can run another power line in here. Go to view. Back to there. And that can go to there like that. What that will mean is that we're not really going to build much in this area. So it means that what I can do is put substation up here. Actually, I'm going to put a substation. The city is over there. I think we're going to put a substation in about. Put it that way round, actually. Maybe it was slightly angled that way. That can come there. And I don't think we're going to need, well, we certainly don't want the full 18 megawatts here. So I think we can probably go to 10. And then I'll pick up you. And what we'll do is just follow the railway. And you can come into there. You can get accepted. Then we'll just put a substation. Control. Mud road there. And again, we're going to need a full size power cable here. You can run to there. Run to there. What that means is we'll have all the power here, plus the ability to add extra power should we need it. We build out anything else out here. And it also means that we've now got a second substation on this side of the town to work with the one down here. So I think overall things are looking reasonable. Well, we'll let the helicopter crews build what they want. I'm just letting them free flow at the moment, because at the moment I'm just not too worried about what they are and aren't building. So I think we fixed that problem there, and I think the population is pretty flat now. Just to show you that, what I've got at the moment is a kind of equilibrium between the numbers of people being born and dying and leaving, simply because I'm not building any new, putting together any new buildings. And I think just to finish off, we'll just see what there's any. We got a problem here. It's probably waiting for something. Got a gas station here that needs to be added to my list of tankers. That needs to be, where are you? Get that in there. And we've got a, probably need to get the bus, we'll get this finished, then we can start getting the buses out here. And of course, we're now going into winter. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you've enjoyed this very quick update video on how things are going, and we're still laying the preparation for our new city here. Probably the next part we'll start trying to plan some of this out, and of course it also depends on when the next update drops into the beta test branch. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.